Hey Stampin' friends, welcome to the Joy Stamp with Rachel. I'm Rachel Kuhn and today is Fun Fold Friday. Today we'll be using the Boardwalk Fun Bundle to make this great gatefold using some awesome techniques. Let me go ahead and set this aside and tell you a little bit more about this guy. So this one has these great dies to go with it. We're using this ticket die right here, and then we are doing some watercoloring today. I am not a huge fan of watercoloring, but this card was made for a challenge, but I do like the result of this resist watercoloring. You can see where I've heat embossed with white, and then I went through and watercolored over that. So let me go ahead and show you how to make this gatefold using these products. All right, first for your gatefold, you're going to have some cardstock that has 2 score lines on it. All these measurements will be over on my blogs. You can use the link just below. And after you've scored it, you do need to go ahead and crease it with a bone folder to help it fold nicely together. A gatefold is a type of card that opens as if a gate were there. And there's different kinds. This is a very traditional gatefold here, where we've taken a regular piece of cardstock and we just have it meet in the middle for our gate. We'll go ahead and set that aside for a minute, and let's do our stamping first. So we have a piece of basic white, and we're gonna have our ticket ready for us to glue that onto. I'm going to go ahead and use our Summer Splash is our ink of choice for this one. Also part of the challenge for this card was to use the in colors. And that's one of our new in colors from this past year. Let's do a quick happy birthday stamp. Let me grab my Post-it note. 1 second. Grab this guy, make sure we're looking good. I haven't stamped for a while with it. See, look, I got a little bit of extra in my A there. So let me, a little bit lighter. And then we're just going to do a quick little wipe down for my A. Sometimes if you press too hard, then extra things will come from your stamping. So I gotta be very gentle when you're using words. There we go, that looks better. Okay, let's stamp our happy birthday. And if this one messes up, no worries, there's 2 sides to every paper and I can redo it on the other side. Happy birthday. That was also part of the challenge for this card, was to make a card with a birthday theme to it. So this one has a little bit of that A in the center, but I feel like I can get away with it. It almost looks like an intentional color in. So I'm going to let that be and call it good. All right. Then I'll put this ink away. Actually, one more thing. In the inside of our card, did you see I stamped a little palm tree? I just love that extra little connection from the front to the inside. So I'll set that aside. Let's grab our basic white in. And we'll grab our palm tree. We're going to ink this guy up and put him right there in that corner. Nice. Oh, so pretty. And I love stamping images that's in a non-traditional color. Usually you don't see this bluish color for your palm trees. So I love that it's non-traditional. All right. That's it for our stamping. Then you would go ahead and use your heat emboss with white embossing powder in Versamark, and it's really hard to see on this watercolor paper. So let me get a little bit closer so you can kind of tell so far. So it's white on white. There you go. You can pick up that shine a little bit. But as soon as we put on our watercoloring, you'll see the resist coming through, and that's when it becomes magical. All right, grab a clear block. I already went ahead and pre-dipped this one, but let me show you how you do it. So I take my Timid Tiger, another in color, and I'm just going to use a clear block and just put a little bit of ink on half of that side. Then I'm going to close that up, and we'll do the same thing to the other side of that clear block, but using the Darling Duckling ink color, which is part of our in colors as well. I'm using 3 in colors for this one. So opposite side, a little bit of ink. The great thing about these clear blocks is that they will just wash right off. Use a wipe, you can run it through your faucet. It's up to you how you clean it, but they're really super easy. All right, for the watercoloring, you ready? what we're going to do is I have a water painter brush, has water inside. Mine's running a little bit low, but we should have enough. And I like to do a wash first on our paper. So sometimes you'll pick it up, you add water to it, and then watercolor. I'm going to go through my whole thing with just water first. So I'm doing a little pushing and getting our water, oh, there we go, getting our paper wet. So that when I add the ink to it, it just can easily move. Then just pick which one you want and start in the middle and work your way down. I'm going to use my Timid Tiger first, picking up a little bit of this ink, and I'm going to go just about middle. And you can see it resisting on where I have that white heat emboss. You can pull that color through from the top by grabbing your brush, or you can get some more ink on here by coming on over here. Just be mindful that it's going to be dark up here and light, and then if you add brand new, it's also going to be a little bit light, darker. So give a little bit of extra squeeze with your water to dilute it a little bit. We're trying to create a fun sunset look here. There we go. Sunset through palm trees. Make sure you go through the palm trees so that it colors all that space. Nice. Oh, that looks so pretty. Okay, then we'll do a quick rinse on my brush. Flip it to the other side. Get a little bit wet again. And work your way up. Pushing some of that water out so it creates not so a strong coloring. It's funny, you think you could do this on non-watercolor paper. Ooh, if I have it nearby, I might have threw it away already. I was trying this earlier on just some regular basic white. Oh, it was hilarious. It did not turn out the way I wanted. I'm trying to get this a little bit lighter on the top, so I'm adding more water just by lightly squeezing and pulling up that color I already have. This watercolor paper is thicker. It can withstand some of this wet that we're creating. Nice. Looking really good. Can you see those palm trees now? Totally can see them a lot better. All right, let's go ahead and set this aside. What I would usually do, you could either use a heat tool to dry it, or you can put it underneath a clear block and help it dry and press down. You can see since it is wet, it's bowing a little bit, and that makes it a little bit harder to glue later on. Let me show you my first one I tried on just regular piece of white paper. See how bowed that is and how it just didn't blend as well as I liked it. Looked really streaky and everything. So definitely splurge and use your watercolor paper for it. All right, I have one already ready, so we don't have to wait for dry time. Let me show you how that one turned out. Ooh, so pretty. Look at that. Nice little sunset with our little palm trees. This is just background though. What's going to be our focus is that happy birthday greeting. Let's grab all of our pieces in for this one. We have some amazing designer series paper, which I've already cut out to cover up our gate. Make sure I have it going the right way, that they look like they're going together. Nice, yep. We're going to flip this over. So that's another way you can tell if it's the right one. Yeah? Yeah, that looks right, right? I think so. All right, let's go ahead and put liquid glue in the back. Excuse me real quick. I've had a cough for about a month now, so I haven't been making many videos because I just lose my voice. So I apologize. All right, we will keep going. Sorry about that. Putting the DSP down. This is a matching designer series paper that's part of the suite. Sorry. I was too quick and I didn't grab any water over here too, so hopefully we can last without me getting it. There we go. Creating those two panels of that beautiful, like, swinging. I love it. Let's see, do I like it better this way? Yeah. Flip side. Grab your piece of paper for the inside that has our palm tree that we've stamped. I like Stampin' Still Plus. That's my favorite adhesive when I'm using basic white because it doesn't have any glue lines. right, open up our card and carefully put it in there so that we have all 4 sides have a border. Nice, so pretty. Okay, then this guy, you can see he's still a little bit warped, even though he's gone through some pressure on him. We're gonna grab liquid glue. I feel like liquid glue does the best to help keep this heavy paper down. And I'm gonna go pretty close to my edge, and I'm gonna go pretty heavy with the liquid glue. Usually I just do like an X and call it good, but we want to be able to have this lay nice and flat. This is my Darling Duckling mat right here. And I'm gonna allow it to pick it up by putting a giant clear block on it to help hold it in place and let that glue go while we do our next step here. Let's grab our ticket that we've cut out, our happy birthday, and I like to put dimensionals on the both of back of these. You can choose which one you want, which way to do it. Some people like just dimensionals once. We're going to double do our dimensionals here. And I'm almost out of this one, so we're going to just use some of these edge pieces by just cutting it a little bit. We'll put one right there and there, and let's go one in the center. Nice. Remove the backing and flip it and stick it. This I measured out pretty nicely. It's about 1 7/8 by 1 inch is the measurement for this basic white for the center of this ticket. I still want to be able to see that cute little stitch line there. It's supposed to be like a ride ticket or something. It's so fun. All right, flip it over. Do a couple little bit more snips here and there. Create my dimensionals and place where you want them. For this one, I want at least 5. 1 in each corner and 1 in the center. Okay, we should be ready to attach. Remember, this is one that I already have drying. When you watercolor, you have to factor in dry time. Otherwise, things with adhesive and adding paper to wet things just doesn't work so well, right? You gotta have it dry. All right, so I want this one just above my palm tree line. So I want to be able to see some of that timid tiger above and cut off just a little bit of my palm trees there. So cute. Happy birthday. So we're gonna flip it over, and you can either use tear tape or dimensionals here. I'm gonna use some dimensionals. And we're going to attach it on just one side though. There we go. Bring back our gatefold card back in. And remove the backings. You guys can get all these products from my online store. This is the new mini catalog that goes from January to April. So if you are loving this set with all like the palm trees and the rides, then definitely add this to your must-get list. Happy birthday, gatefold. Cute, cute. All right, you guys, that's it for today. I hope you've had a great time learning how to make a gatefold with a little bit of watercoloring and using our new products from our mini catalog. Have a great day and happy stamping, everyone. Goodbye.